It's about one wanyana.
That was me as a kid, Nikki and Ryan.
What's your mom? Oh my
God. Nikki, you almost somewhat silly.
Is that?
No, like it's hot. So as a kid, it needs to cool.
It's annoying though.
Ay, very loud.
Hey.
It's not as annoying as washalili.
Welcome back to Doek&Tie. As you can tell, season here, hot beverages and blankets. I don't know, man. I hope wherever you're keeping warm. Rona, we're trying as much as we can. My name is Bokamoso and this is my beautiful wife, Bonang. I'm Duke, she's Tie.
No.
Oh, you're Duke, I'm Tie. Right?
For those that don't know, Duke is like, it's a headscarf.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, like the traditional African headscarf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for clicking on this here video. If you haven't seen our previous videos, please do yourself a favor and pause this one and go watch the previous video so that this one kind of makes sense. And I believe today we're doing like a very long awaited episode that we've been hinting at for a while. We're finally going to do the Q&A that a lot of people have been asking us to do. And thank you so much for sending through your videos. No, not videos, but rather questions. Just under the different videos that were posted. Some did come specifically for the Q&A. So we tried as much as possible to just combine everything into one. And we're going to try answer as honestly and as open-minded
as possible.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm more of a writer. I like writing things
I'm more of a typer. So my questions are here. Yours are there.
Yes.
Gotta keep up with the tech. Though.
I keep up with tech, but tech isn't always reliable.
Okay.
So the first question we got, pretty easy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Do we have any siblings?
Siblings? Yeah, I think to make it interesting, I'll answer for you and then you answer for me, right?
Wow.
So she has siblings. She has an older sister, 2 older sisters. And then she's the last born of 3 girls. So third born. Yeah.
Last born, of course.
Yeah, third born, last born. But you're the last born.
That thing is important.
Yeah, she's the last born.
All right.
On her side of the family.
And then Bokamoso has an older brother. And then an older sister. And then and then he's got a baby brother. And then he's got another baby brother.
Yeah, I have 2 baby brothers, one on my mom's side and one on my father's side.
Yeah, I think that's about it.
Yeah.
BTW at some point be last born, so.
For a very long time. I think I only had a younger sibling, Jabala, Form 3, Form 4. So for a good time of my life, I was the last one. Imagine. But it's all love. It's all love. What's the second question? I don't know, it's easy.
Describe each other in 3 words.
Do you want to start?
Bokamoso is like there's a word I'm looking for. It's just not coming to mind. There's a word. Ish. Okay, you start.
Buba.
Start while I look for my word.
It's not an easy one to kind of compress somebody that means so much to you in 3 words.
Aww.
Yeah, so I'll say loving, but I feel like I get a loving, I'm just encompassing everything. But yeah, you are loving, you are caring, and you are very unpredictable. You keep me guessing. Yeah, I think those are 3 words to describe you. Yeah.
All right. Okay, I think I've got you're family oriented.
Yeah.
You are loud. He's loud. And then last but not least, Bokamoso is there's a word I'm looking for.
Wow, babe. I'm loud.
Like there's a word I'm looking for. I get getting. Like what do you call someone oratang morero?
maybe inclusive.
No, because what that kidding rule of law or something. I don't know. Like
Rule of law.
I don't know how to explain it. Like
I guess I'm inclusive. Like I don't want like doing anything.
You like imposing.
Puba, no.
You do a bit. I don't know how to describe it.
I think it's inclusivity. I like including people in matters I feel they should be included in, especially when it comes to decision making.
More in the snitchy part. Like
Some snitch.
You were prefect at school.
Okay, man.
So I don't know.
We can move on to the next question while you deliberate on that one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. And then the other question we got was, what was your most embarrassing nickname as a child?
You know, I think I just realized I don't know your nicknames. I know
it's for a reason.
I don't know your nicknames actually. So I'll just speak for myself here. As a kid, Boka. And then at some point in my life...
It's not embarrassing.
Wait, it's not embarrassing. I'm just listing my nicknames that I'm aware of. Oh, I think you like a video like Tohoton.
That's not a nickname, but it's more of an insult.
No, yeah, more or less. But for most of my childhood, na video Shosho. It was a cousin of mine. Na apalo ki horo Bokamo. So na Osho. And then over time it caught up as Shosho. So some people still call me that today, Shosho. It's not embarrassing, but it's cute. I think it's my only nickname.
I don't have embarrassing nicknames.
Bana.
What embarrassing nicknames do you know?
Yeah, well, that's fine.
I don't have embarrassing nicknames. Like,
are you sure?
My name is very straightforward, like Buana.
You've never had nicknames?
My nickname.
Bodoba.
No, Kala Pinky Bidwa Boni. Mom's always called me that. Dad has these yo.
Bonsa. Aha! I knew that was one. Yeah, no Bonsa. Bonsa Banya.
Yeah, that's what my dad calls me.
Yeah.
I think it wants to
I don't know.
Oh my
gosh. I just remember.
Oh Lord. Could you
Bonsa. I'm gonna print a t-shirt and go do Bonsa.
My gosh.
I'm gonna gift it to you.
Just die.
Bonsa. What's the other question though?
Alright. Another question we got was one word to describe our relationship.
You see, when you have to compress things into like 3 words, 1 word, it becomes very difficult and hectic. 1 word. Home. Yeah.
Damn, he outdid me. It's a competition in case you're wondering.
I think that's 1 word to describe a relationship. That's home.
How one word I would use to describe a relationship? Friends.
Friendship?
We're best friends, yeah, so it's sort of works like that. Yeah.
That's fair. That's good.
Alright, and then yes. When did we become social media official? When did we start posting each other?
On social media.
After how long?
Yo, I have an interesting story about this one. I'm about to spill the tea.
Oh my gosh.
So, Gitu Miguel, we've known each other for a while. And then when we did start dating, because I changed my Facebook, it's in a relationship, single status. Can I give you a heart? So what thing? When are you changing your Facebook? Is it called a status? Relationship status on Facebook. Did I ever change it? I don't know what it is right now.
I feel like he's not explaining this in the proper context.
No, but that was it. No, when am I changing my Facebook relationship status?
No, guys.
What happened?
Bukamso was in a relationship with. It was not just in a relationship with. And then.
Okay.
He didn't change. So I'm there on some
Wait, now where
what
do you
am
fit
I?
in?
It's like it's just a Facebook relationship status. I'm like, okay.
I was tripping, clearly. But I eventually did change. I don't even know what it. people don't like. It's not a thing anymore, is it?
It's like, what are we? Yeah.
It's probably other. Like, I don't know. You want me to change it again and get married to Bana?
Oh, I'm sorry, you didn't know it. That's what it says right now.
Which actually,
I didn't change
maybe you
it.
changed on your side and then it tagged me.
Wow.
But anyway, back to the question. When did we start posting each other on? I think from my end, because we were friends for so long, even before we started dating, you know, my social media is just a reflection of my day-to-day life. So eventually she just gradually started featuring in my stories and my posts. There wasn't like a specific time where we said, excuse me, there wasn't a specific time where we now said, okay, you're my girlfriend, I'm your boyfriend, go post me. Well, you know, go post me. But yeah, that's how it happened. Even when I go back to my feed right now, I just realized that it was over a period of time. It would be like group pictures, you'd be in the group, and then we'd be hanging out, you'd feature in my stories.
I will be very honest. I'm very petty when it comes to such.
You never posted me, I know.
So if I wasn't getting posted, I wasn't posting anybody. So that's it. That's the end.
But the bigger conversation there, I think I think it's a conversation I've been seeing a lot around about relationships and social media, privacy versus secrecy. It goes back to that. Are you going to be secretive about a relationship, or do you want to be private? Or
are you secret while claiming that it's private?
Yeah, because I think for me, I'm overthinking it, but we use our social media for different purposes. Some people put their lives, some people don't. Some run them as businesses. They're just going to put their branded kind of advertising or brand placement for certain businesses. So such people who tell they don't really put their family or their real life on social media. So there's always that. But just be careful. Make sure they're private, they're really secret. You see, like there's a
very thin line.
There's a thin line there. Yeah.
Right. And then someone asked us to cover Bali as a couple.
Indonesia.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this is from Instagram, right?
Yeah, so I think this one has more to do with us traveling together.
Yeah.
So we'll do an episode of it, I guess.
Yeah, just travels. I think we'll do a separate episode of our travels. We've been to quite a couple of places together, and yeah, we have stories. We have stories definitely.
Yes, right. And then I have one person asked, how much did it cost to get married? Can I go first?
Yeah, sure.
Technically, if we're being technical, it costs $40. Wow, wow. But for us, it was a special license, so 110.
We couldn't wait. I
don't know.
3 months or so?
It's not 3 months.
Is it shorter than that?
It's shorter, but you go, you write up something, and then for a while, and then if no one comes forward and says and presents the reason why you two shouldn't
be married,
then you go through with it. So we had a special license. So
it was 3 days.
So 110. So yes, that's like just the cost of getting your marriage certificate. Now the celebrations, on the other hand, that's what is expensive. The celebrations, pitching a tent, decor, yay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think we did slightly talk about it in one of our previous videos when we were talking about how we go to decide whether we wanted a small or big wedding. So it's really about choices and preferences and what you think is important to you as a couple. But in terms of just costs, I don't want to seem like a broken record, but I think we should definitely do a separate video just covering costs that's from mahadi to decor to attire, everything that's associated with that. We'll do a separate video on it.
Yes. All right. And then, this one is interesting. How did we stay faithful, or how did we steer clear of, infidelity while we were in a long distance relationship?
Okay.
Should I go first?
Yeah, you can go first.
it's very important that like you guys understand each other. We need to both know like what. There's a lot of things that constitute cheating. Like sleeping with someone isn't the only cheating that there is. Like if now Bokamoso starts having conversations that he would normally have with just me or with someone else, there's also that emotional aspect. So in order to combat that, we talked a lot. We talked every day. We avoid situations, or rather don't put yourself in a situation you know that will harm your relationship. I think that's how I put it.
Yeah, well put. For me, I think in short, of course, just adding to what you said is, don't put yourself in situations where you'd find yourself having to compromise what you already have, which is your relationship. So, don't put yourself in like temptation. You know, as guys, you could like girls, you know. And if you have a girlfriend, you know there are certain places that you need to stay clear of. So if you find yourself going to those places, you know you might be easily tempted, then just don't do it. Because that's one way of protecting your relationship. I think for me that was the most important thing, just staying clear of temptation. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, don't put yourself in situations where you might find yourself being tempted and having to make very difficult decisions.
Yeah, I think for females mostly it has to do with like emotions. So there are some things that you talk about with your partner, but now you're taking such conversations and taking them to someone else who's not your partner, then you might find yourself attaching some feelings towards such a person. If you argue with your spouse, then they become the first person you run to.
The shoulder to cry on.
Yeah, so then it's very important to also safeguard your emotions.
And I think maybe the last one would be talk about how difficult long-distance relationship is with the person you are in a long-distance relationship with. Because sometimes you might fall in a trap, I'm hanging in there, and you actually don't really express yourself about how difficult it is, what you find most challenging. Excuse me. So I think it's important to do that. Just open up to your person about it. But you know what, I wish you were here, 1, 2, 3. So that on its own, it kind of gives you some level of comfort. Yeah. Right. Well covered, I think. Okay, let me take questions from my end.
Not yet. Oh my gosh, there's so many questions.
You have more questions?
Yes.
Okay, let me see.
Oh, this is warm. Oh, it's warm.
Yeah. Okay, I have a question from my Instagram. What do you wish people had told you about marriage before getting married? Okay, can I go first on this one? I think for me, one of the most important lessons that we both learned was that marriage is not defined. It's like I think the perfect example that somebody once told me about, it's a white canvas. So these are prerequisites. This is phase 1 of marriage. This is phase 2. This is phase 3. It's a blank check. It's a white canvas. So the both of you get to define. Okay, this is what I think it means for me. Then you have to sit down and come to an understanding of what the other person perceives marriage as well as making compromises. So I expect you to do this, when I expect you to do that. You get to define that. Just the two of you. So I think also one thing that we did in trying to understand that, we wrote down our expectations. Okay, I expect 3 times a day, laundry, and then we read those to each other, like the papers. To say we're starting from scratch, like nobody's coming here with expectations. So it's a white canvas that the two of you have to define. And
there's no formula.
That being said, I think it made it very open and very fluid for us. So that's one thing that we learned after being married, because I think when you're thinking about it from the outside, it seems so scary. So, you know, it seems like this huge thing. But once you're in it and figuring out with your partner, it becomes less stressful and less scary. Yeah. Mana, what do you wish?
I think you covered it very well.
Okay, and then you're gonna have to answer this one first. Another question is, have you guys thought about the number of kids you want to have?
Easy peasy.
Shoo.
2. The
3.
end. The end.
3 kids.
And if they're twins,
Twins don't count. That's like one baby.
The good Lord would have blessed us.
Okay, so initially I wanted 4
Factory
kids.
closed.
Initially I wanted 4, she wanted 2, so we compromised, got 3.
The compromise got 2.
So clearly these are conversations that we're still having. So those are the 2 questions that I had. Do you have any more questions on your end?
Yes. Has being married changed anything between us? The way we relate, like how we used to relate while we're in a relationship versus how we relate now that we're married?
Phew.
I'll go first.
Okay.
Yes, it has. Well, not everything, but there's a few things that have changed. There's, when you're in a relationship, madam. It's that simple. Like, if Bukam was to tell me, don't do that, do this, I'd be able to get olema.
Okay, baby.
Not that that's how it should happen in a relationship, but
you're trying to make your point.
It's very easy when you guys are getting in a relationship, because you're gonna be there like olema.
You're just my boyfriend. You're just my boyfriend.
You're just my boyfriend. Like, so why should you tell me what to do, how to deal with money?
Yeah.
So it's not just money, it's some other things that came into play. So I feel like being married, well, it started while we were in a relationship. We had to learn how to like handle money together. And then now we're married, so yeah, it's a learning, it's a process. So we're still learning how to handle money together, but I feel like where we are right now is at a much better place than where we used to be as a couple.
Yeah.
Because if say Bukamso wanted to go out, you just head out. That's it. And now
there's accountability to it.
Yes, he can go out, but we need to sit and discuss it.
Yeah, I think it's more than money. The money thing is a good example. More than the money thing is just,
I get it.
You have to be, you are more accountable for everything, whether it's your time, whether it's resources, there has to be some kind of accountability. Like, I just did it. Yeah, you have to account for, I did this because of 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think the accountability part. And then on my end, I guess the question is how has it changed us?
What has changed between the way we relate?
Yeah, well, as guys, I think you don't have to lie as much.
What?
Saying that to say, I can be bluntly honest with my wife. Like, there are certain things that nobody could have asked me when we were dating, and then I'd have to kind of sugarcoat it, right?
Like what?
I don't know what a good example would be. But okay.
He has the audacity to tell me that I'm gaining weight sometimes.
Maybe that's a good example. But, okay, the weight thing is not necessarily a good example.
It's not a good example, but he's honest. I guess that's what he's trying to say. Like,
yeah.
If you were dating, you'd be like,
I'd have to handle it with kid gloves. But now it's just, I'm not rude.
Now it's
but I can be upright and be honest with you about everything.
But they look different in these jeans.
Not in a rude way. But the main point I'm trying to make there...
sugar coat.
The main point I'm trying to make there is, honesty is more. Like, I can be just blunt when I'm talking about...
You can be yourself.
yeah, I can be myself and be blunt with you. And especially if she wants my opinion on certain topics, I can just be honest. Because here's the catch.
Yeah.
If I sugarcoat and I lie, she does that. I am 2 weeks. I pose the same question. And then now, like, I'm not really good with keeping up with lies. So if I had lied before, I'd kind of have to accumulate that lie and tell it at a different time. That's not going to work out for me. Do you know how many questions she asks in a day? So, lying on karate.
Wow.
I'm as blunt as I possibly can be because that's me being myself. And if she asks me the same question 2 weeks later, I can just easily repeat the same answer that I had. Because why? I was being honest. So it's very liberating. Yeah, I don't want to have to forget my own lies and just get someone else to give
okay.
So that's one aspect that's really changed how we relate. Just being blunt and being honest with one another.
Right, and then
no, I think there's another one, babe. How it's changed us. It's for me. It's very freeing to know that you can love somebody wholeheartedly and live wholeheartedly.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one way. That's one thing I think that's changed how we relate after being married. So I know for a fact that you love me wholeheartedly. So then I'm very free to love with all I have and all that I am.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. All right. And then the next question was, what haven't we done but would love to do together?
Okay.
I think this one used to be like.
Remember we have a bucket list?
Oh shoot! Yes, we have a bucket list.
No, finish what you wanted to say.
I think Juanana, it has been easier because when we were apart, there was like the silliest thing. People used to think it was so silly. Some things you don't really think much of them, but you realize they make you so happy. Going to the mall.
Yeah.
Going grocery shopping.
Yeah.
Like, I used to see couples at the mall and
they make you sick.
Yes. You make me very sick. I'm just there like, look at you. And then what made me sick was not the fact that like there are a couple. It was the fact that it was something that I couldn't have. Yeah. Like I'd go to the mall alone. I'd go buy groceries alone. It's something he would do alone. And the time when you're alone, that's when you see the most happy couples. Yo. Just there like, yes.
Okay.
And like that all over. So I think for me it's the little things.
Yeah.
So something that I haven't done with you that I would absolutely love to do. I'm gonna put us up there, okay?
Okay.
I'd like us to learn how to swim.
Swimming?
Yes.
Yeah, we've been putting out like it's a little we'll learn how to swim together, but yeah, it's something that we haven't done, and I think we're excited to do. But the thing is, guys, as in water,
we can go in, but just we do go in.
But not
but just letting the water outside.
Yeah, because somebody tried teaching me how to swim one day. You know what they relax so that you float. So I'm like, relax? This thing can kill me. How do I relax? So yeah, thanks for reminding me, babe. Learning how to swim, I think that's one thing that we really like to learn together. And we always make jokes when our kids will come teach us how to swim if we never really take it up. And on the travel side as well, there are a couple of destinations that we still want to go together. And yeah, just have have some alone time. Yeah.
Right, and then last one. Oh, thank God. If we could live anywhere in the world, where would you want to live?
Yeah.
I feel like that's a hard question, guys.
It is.
That is such a hard question.
Yeah. But here's my thing, right? I think living own nothing, right? Like being, I don't want to say being a citizen because citizens can still travel, but
being a resident.
Being a resident isn't like a permanent resident. I'm happy with Botswana, though. Like, I don't want to lie. I feel like I'm happy with where we live right now. I definitely want to travel more. Maybe spend 2 months in Greece, spend 3 months in Paris. But in terms of permanent residency, I don't live anywhere in the world but here, or Botswana. Like, honestly, yeah. Yeah, of course, traveling, yes, but living, I'm okay here. And you? She's more of the traveler, the more well-traveled one. And she's definitely seen more places than me. Maybe you'd have a separate, different answer. You've been all over the world.
I like winter fashion.
Okay.
I love winter fashion. But I hate the cold.
And you like Asian culture, so I think, yeah.
No, but funny enough, I'd actually want to live somewhere tropical.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to live like somewhere where it is, I don't know, sunny all year round. There's no winter. But then again, there's the water element. Like, if there's water surrounding the place, I'm uneasy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
who don't describe Botswana? I don't know.
It's not warm all year round.
Yeah, but our winter's not that cold.
And it's not tropical here.
Yeah.
So
unless you have trees in your garden.
So yeah, I would like to. If I were to be a permanent resident of anywhere, it would be somewhere tropical. Tropical, peaceful. I like people, but not a lot of people.
But now, can you just?
So I'd like a.
Do you want to go to Mars?
A sparsely populated place, yeah.
Thank you so much for checking out this episode of Doek&Tie. I know travel restrictions have been lifted a bit, but let's not travel unnecessarily. You need to move between zones and wear your face masks when you're going out, as well as let's continue keeping that social distance. Sanitizing, those trolleys.
You sound like you're on an ad.
No, I'm just saying it's the reality that we live in. And and let's not take our kids when we still go to the stores because we're not out of the woods yet. Yeah. So do like, comment, and subscribe on this video on the different platforms that we're going to put it on. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Doek&Tie.